And the Spurs start out with the ball. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. We've got Green, and it's AI in its center. Marking it outside. Got a hand on it. Here's Ramos. Finished off the break.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Utah with the ball. Niang. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Shooting two.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here's Ramos. To the paint. The 11-footer. Here's AI. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Markkanen. It's deflected. Now Green. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to AI. Here's Ramos. Clock at 6. Shoots. Second chance effort. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And the free throw, no good. Markkanen right side. Offensive rebound. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by AI. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Ramos. Pass to Green. On the wing, Clarkson. And he gets it to go.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Niang. Now Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Over Green. And another miss by Utah.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's AI. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Here's Ramos. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Clarkson. Shoots over George. And it's Clarkson missing. Utah trailing here. Markkanen outside. Drops in the layup for 2.
Even with his inexperience, you can run the offense through Markkanen because he has a good feel for the game.
Here's AI. Pass to Ramos. Just 5 on the clock. Here's AI. Takes a 3. They get the rebound. Can't cash it in from close range. The Jazz on offense, trailing by 5. Now George. And there's the rejection. And he's able to get it back. Three-pointer off the mark. Fast break. Here we go. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Markkanen against Green. Markkanen inside. Shots blocked. Green with the ball. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult on shooters.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break. The officials were right on top of that one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the Spurs making a change here. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Ramos. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. He's covered by Clarkson. And that one, good. He's got 6. San Antonio leading. Here's ABC. Pass to Ramos. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Utah. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Going inside. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Something's off about him this quarter.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
To the inside, Clarkson. It's rebounded by George. And the Jazz with possession here. 7-point differential. That one is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Ramos. Pass to ABC. And here's Clarkson. Here's Ramos. The 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ramos pulls it in.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Down low. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Utah calls timeout.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to, helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Bailey. Fires from the line. Buries the jump shot. Give him 8.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
To the wing on the left. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Jazz. Rebound San Antonio. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to ABC. Now here's George. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. Here's Ramos. Here's Perez. George defending. Here's Perez. And he buries his first look.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to ABC. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Perez. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Utah trailing here. Pass to ABC. Stolen. And here comes the break. Here's AI. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. No good on that one. And the second free throw is good. And Utah has possession, trailing by 10. It's George on the wing. Six on the shot clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Shooting 2.
That's good from George. Hits both from the stripe. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Here's Ramos. Pass to Perez. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Here's Ramos. Knocked away. The three is up. And it's ABC with a rebound. And here are the Jazz. It's a 10-point game. Pass to George. Here's ABC. And he lays it up and in.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Here's Ramos to the left side wing. Here's AI. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Bailey. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's Ramos. With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so the San Antonio Spurs earning this break in the action, up 10. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back after this. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 10. Lauri Markkanen out there with George Niang. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Markkanen outside. George outside. Six to shoot. With some arc. That shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Pass to Clarkson. Here's the three. The rebound by the Jazz. Green covering. George outside. Green covering. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 11.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And he drops the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. On offense, here's Utah. It's a 10-point game. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. They get it again. Goes back up. And the layup is good.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
And it's Green off the drive. It's rebounded by George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one's on Clarkson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. San Antonio leading. Here's Clarkson. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Driving inside.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Right side Green. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Green. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Niang. Green covering. Shot clock at 6. It's Markkanen on the wing. The three. It's rebounded by AI.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Pass to Clarkson. Here's ABC. Spurs need to get one up here. Clarkson for 3. They get it back with 1 on the clock. And that one is stuffed right through.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
First one falls for him. That one misses. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to ABC, 18 feet out. And another miss by Utah. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Now here's George. 5 points in the game. That one off the back iron and out. Here's ABC. Deflected. They retain possession. George, right side. Can't get it to fall. George has gotten just one of his 6 shots to fall here. Pass to ABC. Right wing. Here's AI. No good with a jumper from the wing. On offense, here's Utah. Down by 12. A shot to stop the run. Here's Niang. Gets the 3 to fall.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those 2 elements all the time.
Here's ABC. Pass to Clarkson from behind the arc. The Spurs rebound.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real and the hustle is rewarded. Green covering. Back to Niang. The shot off that time. Here's ABC. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Two.
The first one falls. So he makes one of two, and the second one misses. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Niang, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. He does not get the second one. So it's San Antonio now. And that one's good. ABC. And San Antonio leads by 13.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
I love it. Making their own luck. You don't want to let off the gas with the lead. Continue to make things happen.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "There's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product." Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. Now here's George. He's got 5. Green covering. Green with the defensive effort. And it's San Antonio's ball to the middle. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Timeout called, the Jazz.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Inside. Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Perez. And he knocks down the first one. So he hits one of two from the stripe. And so it's Utah with it. It's a 16-point game. Oh, swiped away. "11 feet out. That one's good for two. He has 7.
The defense lets him off the hook and gives up 2 points because of it.
Pass to ABC. Clock at 6 to halt the run. Ball stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And that one's good. ABC. And San Antonio leads by 20.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Nurkic is checked in for Utah. Offensive rebound. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Out to the right wing. Here's AI. 5 points in the game. And they get it back. Here's Perez. Pass to Ramos. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another shot. AI, no good. So it's Utah now. They trail by 18. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second one. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Ramos. Over to the left wing. Here's AI. Rebounded by Bailey. Utah with the ball. 17-point game. To the wing, right side. Five to shoot. Here's Nurkic. Got it.
Precise fundamentals from Nurkic inside.
So it's San Antonio now. Here's Perez. 7 points in the game. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. A minute 53 left in the first half. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Here's Perez. He's got 7. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 9.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Now here's George. He has 6. 14 feet away. And it's ABC with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And so it's Utah with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Bailey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's ABC. 6 points for him. Here's AI. Misses from close range.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Shooting 2.
That's good from George. Second free throw, no good. Here's Ramos. To the inside. Here's ABC. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Two shots. Last on the first.
First one falls for him. off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Spurs out in front, up by 16. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. San Antonio came out looking very confident. The momentum was there for them early as they strung together a 10-1 run to start. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was in double digits. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low, they've been paper soft. Hate to say it. Giving up way too many easy looks. If they can't protect the rim more effectively in the second half, it's going to be a long ride home.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And so in the game for the Spurs, they've got Jordan Clarkson, and it's AI in at the 5, roaming the paint. To the paint. Robbed! Here's Ramos. Pass to Green. Here's Ramos. Back to Green. Four on the clock. Ooh, poked away. Down low. Here's George, and he converts the layup. George has got 9 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now here's Green. Pass to Ramos. Fires the 3. Utah with the rebound. Niang's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This shows Markkanen's understanding of the game. You play me to shoot from the outside, well, I'm going inside.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
They're trying to come back in this game. Now, bottom line, it's about energy and effort, exemplified by a possession like that.
Tipped. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Niang. And here's Markkanen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Spurs with possession here. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. Here's Ramos. A clear look for Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he drops the first. And he makes both free throws. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fades. AI, no good.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Here he goes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
And the Spurs call time here.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Here's Ramos. Six on the shot clock. Shot to end the cold streak. And too long on the shot. Utah trailing here. Here's George. He takes it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Green for three. That shot off the mark. On offense, here's Utah. They've got a 10-0 run going. George against Clarkson. Unloads. George, no good.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
On the wing, Green. It's guarded by Markkanen. Pass to AI. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And Utah will come the other way. Markkanen outside. The rebound by the Spurs. Green's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Clarkson, and he banks in the layup.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Utah with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Driving in.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Count the basket.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
From down in the low post, it goes. Give him 23.
With his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And the Spurs making a change here. San Antonio leading. And here is Green. He got a piece of it. Pass to Markkanen. Here's ABC. Lets it fly from 18. That one goes. Count it. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Clarkson for three. Knocks down the triple. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Back to Niang. Let's go with a three. Utah gets it back. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Green. The rebound by the Jazz. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Lowry Markkanen with his size. He has decent hops also, and he can finish above the rim.
Here's ABC. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Green covering. And he gets the bucket. 25 points in the game. On offense, here are the Spurs. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to ABC. The three is up. It's not going to go for him. And it's Utah the other way. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Goes up at the elbow. Tries again. ABC. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And it's tied up with that one. And so it's San Antonio with it. Pass to ABC. Here's ABC. Here's Perez. He's got 11. Just 5 to shoot. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Utah trailing here. Pass to Nurkic. San Antonio with a rebound. Here's AI. He's got 5.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And this game, folks, a close one here in Salt Lake City. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And the Spurs making a change here. Utah with the ball. Pass to ABC. And another miss by Utah. And the Spurs with possession here. They led the game at one point by 20. Here's AI. Defended by Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. To the right side, puts it up from 17, and it's ABC with a rebound.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Down low. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points in the game.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And the Spurs making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Here's ABC. 7 points in the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the strike. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Ramos. He's got 6. Pass to AI. Here's ABC. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Here's Niang. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Here's ABC. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 11.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Pass to ABC. All right, the Jazz making a change here. George is checked in. Here's AI. He's got 7. San Antonio again missing. Utah trailing here. Now George. This for the tie. Here's Niang. Buries it from 3. Niang's got 8.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Here's AI. With the teardrop. It's tipped. George, right side. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
Shot clock at 6. And a missed layup.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, good whistle there.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep, he got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Jazz. They're up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Clarkson attacking. Outside, Green. Rebounded by Bailey. Utah leading. And for the Spurs, we've got Green, and it's AI in at the center position. Pass to Bailey. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's ABC. It's wide right, hits off the rim. On offense, here's Utah. Oh, they get a hand on it. Outside, Green. Pass to ABC. Clarkson outside. Here's Green. Lets a 3 fly, and the three-pointer goes.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
And it was great execution, clutch effort all the way around.
Green's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Pass to Bailey. Clarkson against George. Floats one. He's off on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one's on Clarkson.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He misses the free throw. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Ramos. Outside, Green. Here's AI to take the lead. They shoot again. He got a piece of it. They recover it. Green with the ball. George defending. 5 to shoot. Tries yet again. Marking it outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Comfortable on the offensive end, marketing, drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, that's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Here's Ramos. Outside, Green. Pass to Ramos to tie it up. Kept alive. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
George goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Timeout called, the Spurs.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's good from George. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He missed a chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Shooting 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Bailey. Poke loose. Here's Ramos. Offensive board.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's George. An easy 2 on the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Pass to AI. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Bailey.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Can't get it to drop. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Clarkson outside. From downtown. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Inside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. AI. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. San Antonio trailing here. Outside, Green to the paint. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the Jazz with possession here. They trail by 1. Launches a 3. Drains the triple. 28 points for him. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Yeah, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Pass to Clarkson. On the wing, Green. Lots of room. Perfection. Beautiful stroke.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
Now here's Markkanen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
That's good for Markkanen. And he can't hit the second.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
And that one's good. Clarkson. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Utah trailing here. Pass to ABC. Markkanen outside. And the three off target. Here's San Antonio now. They led the game at one point by 20. And the basket is good. And now a 3-point Spurs lead.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Pass to Markkanen. Fires the three. Just 5 to shoot. Hits it from the high post.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
George against Clarkson. Pass to ABC. Here's Ramos. Shot from the wing. Again, the Spurs score.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Markkanen with it. Knocked loose. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Here's Ramos. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he drops him first. Niang, he's checked in for Utah. And so he makes both from the line. Now here's George. Pass to ABC. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
And it's Green missing. Markkanen outside. Tries it from the block. Ramos pulls it in. San Antonio leading. On the wing, Clarkson. The shot no good. And it's Utah the other way. Down low. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Ramos. Deflected. Markkanen against Green. Knocks it loose. Here's ABC. Outside, Green. Pass to Clarkson. For three. Counted from distance. Clarkson's got 10 points in just the second half.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
And Utah calls time here. At this point in the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And tonight he served as the anchor on the defensive end. The opposition didn't get the memo about his defensive skills clearly, and he made them pay for it. He was just blocking shots away left and right out there.
On defense, the Spurs. They led the game at one point by 20. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Competing, battling inside. This is what coaches want to see Markkanen do more of.
Two.
That's good for Markkanen. Markkanen hits them both. Here's Ramos. Pass to ABC. Clarkson with the ball. Launches it. Utah with the rebound. Niang's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Another steal. Here's ABC. Here's Ramos. And here is Green. Here's ABC. George defending. ABC. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 6 assists in the game.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. 4-3. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Inside. There's the block. Markkanen against Green. Pass to Ramos. Looking to get it going. Here's ABC. Second chance shot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
That one drops for him. 30 points in the game.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Clarkson against George from 11 feet away. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. And San Antonio leads by 6.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 5. And he's unable to get the second one.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
ABC. The rebound by Markkanen. And the Jazz with possession here. Pass to Niang. Green covering. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Now here's Clarkson. Here's ABC. It falls.
Timeout, timeout.
And Utah calls time here. They're down by 5. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, nails the triple.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Utah gets it back. He connects, and he's brought them within 2 points now. 12 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter, and now they foul and stop the clock.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
George, a deep 3. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to